fire, earth, air, and water. These were considered as the fundamental elements that make up life possible even. But what exactly fire is?